Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. So one of the most confusing things going on within The Flash at the moment, and that is baffling essentially everyone, is of course the issue of how the hell Cisco is going to sort out the Flash ring and get Barry's suit inside it. And then at second place we have the issue around Barry's speed and how fast he is, actually currently going. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty confusing video to go through, and not everyone is going to be happy with the final outcome of it. But to get to that final outcome, we are going to have to start at the beginning, and that is of course back in Season 1. But do be sure to let me know in the comments section down below if I do miss out on any vital information regarding Barry's speed and other points of reference that I do use, as I do like to know if I've missed out on anything that is sort of important. So that would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. And also be sure to drop a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it, and just to, show your support on the video because this took a bit to do. So yeah, drop a like on it if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So all the way back in the beginning, all the way back to Season 1, Barry wasn't as fast as he is now. Obviously, he's always going to be improving. When we first see him doing those test runs with the Star Labs crew in the first episode, otherwise entitled City of Heroes, we saw Barry go a little over 300 miles per hour. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty fast. I'd love to be able to run that fast, but let's be honest, that's a disgrace compared to the Flash's true speed potential. In that exact same episode though, we witnessed Barry reverse a tornado that was created by the first iteration of the Weather Wizard by running at just over 700 miles per hour. So at this point, Barry's speed was Mach 1. Mach 1 is equal to the speed of sound, which is 761 miles per hour. In episode 6 of Season 1, otherwise entitled The Flash is Born, Barry runs 800 miles an hour, a speed considered to be supersonic because he performs a supersonic punch. And in episode 15 of Season 1, we actually see Barry accidentally time travel while building a wind wall while fighting the second Weather Wizard. So Barry claims later on, like while he's on a treadmill, you know how they had that treadmill back in Season 1? Where the hell's that? Anyway, he was on that treadmill later on, and he was replicating that speed that he was doing when he created that wind wall because, time travel. And they actually monitored that the treadmill was reading at around 900 miles per hour. So Barry time traveled. It was only like a day. I think he only time traveled back a day, but it took him, he had to run at 900 miles per hour to run back one day. So that's what they set up at that point in episode 15 of Season 1. But we did see quite the increase in speed in the Season 1 finale, otherwise entitled Fast Enough, when Barry surpasses Mach 2, which is 1,522 miles per hour, and this is so he was able to travel back in time to the night his mother was killed, so way back more than just one day as we saw in episode 15, and obviously this was to the night his mother was killed, to possibly save her, and also to open that time portal so Eobard Thawne could possibly go back home. Obviously that didn't work for our good old mate Eobard. But now let's move on to Season 2 and episode 16, which was otherwise entitled Trajectory. We saw even greater improvements in Barry due to all of his training with Star Labs and the crew, as we saw him have to leap across a bridge. Now he passed Mach 3.3, which is roughly 2,283 miles per hour. Earlier in that same episode, we actually had seen him, fail a few times at a similar exercise to this. So it wasn't just like out of the blue that Barry jumped over that bridge and reached that speed. They were sort of practicing that so you could understand that vast improvement to Mach 3.3. And in episode 18 of Season 2, just 2 episodes after episode 16, because 18 minus 16 is 2, we saw Barry get his hands on the tachyon device, where it is said in the show he traveled 4 times faster than ever before. That was actually stated on the show, which would calculate to somewhere around Mach 13.2, to be accurate, which is around 10,128 miles per hour. So as you should be able to get like a feeling from this video, this is a very scientific video, guys. We have to go to those decimal points. This is serious. For those laughing, please stop. This is serious. This is a serious scientific channel. Shortly after these events, we saw Zoom get Barry's speed after Barry had used the tachyon device. So Zoom was already around this speed. We'd seen Barry and Zoom racing. Barry was a smidge faster than Zoom with the tachyon device, but it wasn't like ridiculously more fast. Like they were pretty even once Barry had the tachyon device. So Zoom essentially doubled his speed after taking Barry's speed in that episode. So you would have to say that Zoom would be around Mach 12 or 13 plus Mach 13, which would put him around Mach 25, Mach 26. Quick maths! So Zoom was pretty damn fast at this point. And in the finale for Season 2, we actually saw Barry run faster than Zoom. So as I said, Zoom was around Mach 25, Mach 26, so Barry would have to be, at minimum, have been traveling around Mach 27, which is around 20,500 miles per hour. So in the space of one season, Barry has gone from Mach 2 all the way, roughly, up to Mach 27, going by what had happened previously in Season 2 and the ratings that the show has given us. So as we move into Season 3, it is important to remember that Season 3 of The Flash was a season where speed readings weren't the biggest thing. Savitar was seen to be extremely fast early on in Season 3, but as soon as he was freed from the Speed Force prison, he didn't come, or didn't appear to be as fast, or he was around the same speed as our current day Barry. And that was due to the fact that early on in the season, he was essentially teleporting through the Speed Force to different areas. That's why he came off as like such a fast speedster. So he wasn't actually traveling really fast. He was essentially jumping in and out of the Speed Force and teleporting basically. But saying that he was a time remnant of Barry from the very near future, he was the same speed as our Barry essentially. No massive improvement. So he can't really get a reading on speed from Season 3 unfortunately, but do let me know if you think I'm incorrect on that subject, but that's just my reading on it. There was actually one moment though pretty early on in Season 3 when Barry was training Jesse Quick after she came back to Earth 1 after getting her powers, where she was going around Mach 3 and Barry slightly slowed down to match her. So at that point he wouldn't have been going anywhere near Mach 27 if he had just like slowed down a bit to match Jesse's speed. So he wouldn't have been going anywhere near Mach 27. He would have been lucky if he was going over Mach 5 at that point. So that is just one weird inconsistency with his speed. Maybe they just didn't want to represent that Jesse Quick was going so fast so early on, but yeah, that was a bit weird. Now we move on to Season 4, the current season. We are only 9 episodes into it at the point I am making this video, with the mid-season premiere just over a week away. But there have been moments that do point to Barry being much, much faster than ever before. One of the main ones that I'm sure a lot of people will be able to point out was shortly after Barry escapes the Speed Force, he is said to be going faster than anyone else has before. So any other speedster we've seen. But obviously this is with no proper reading or numbers. They didn't say, oh, he's going Mach 48 or Mach 67 or something like that. They just said he's been going faster than anyone has before. There is also the part in episode 2 where Barry throws lightning to hit himself. That shows that he is pretty damn fast, but that is a pretty hard incident to even guess or like estimate how fast he could have been possibly going at that stage. But a good current reading on Barry's speed is that he is as fast, or it appears to be that way, as the Reverse Flash Eobard Thawne, who has been stated on the show to be around the speed as the future version of Barry, the one that he fights commonly. We saw in the crossover their speed was pretty evenly matched when, you know, they were taking each other on the Crisis on Earth X crossover. While back in Season 1, Eobard was pretty much toying with Barry, and Barry really was no match to him. And that was an Eobard who wasn't as, you know, powerful as he should be. He wasn't at full power because, you know, he sort of lost his connection to the Speed Force and was using tachyons. In regards to putting an actual number on Barry's speed, it's pretty simple in my eyes. Barry's current top speed at any given point on the show is whatever is relevant to the plot and what the writers need him to be. If he needs to be really, really fast, he is exactly that. If he has to be just this certain amount of speed or this, you know, this fast, then you guessed it, he is that exact amount. It is frustrating, especially when one of Barry's main journeys is him growing as a hero and getting a greater connection to the Speed Force. But you never know, we could get some further explanation in regards to his exact speed rating in the near future, or at least we could hope so. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you drop a like on the video to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below. Did I make any mistakes? Did I make any issues? Let me know in the comments. Or did I miss out on any relevant, proper information? Be sure to let me know in the comments because I would like to know if I did miss out on anything. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.